in a very significant development, Union Home Minister Amit Shah today at Guwahati had announced that India is all set to cancel the free movement regime that India and Myanmar maintains in the Indo-Myanmar border. There is a 1600 kilometer long border that India shares with Myanmar in northeast India, and the free movement regime since the 70s was a regime where people from both countries could cross over to each other territory for 16 kilometers without any travel documents like visa. Now that regime will be suspended. This comes in the wake of the ethnic crisis in Manipur, as well as the kind of fights that are taking place within Myanmar between the Myanmar army and the pro-democratic resistance forces and the rebel groups. Now this has resulted in terms of New Delhi taking this decision. Now this free movement regime was put in place since the 70s and was revised in 2016 by the Modi government as a part of its Act East policy. Now this regime allowed people from both countries to cross over for up to 16 kilometers without any travel document. This was largely put in place to make it easier for communities and people on the other side of the borders. They have family ties, they have ethnic links, they speak the same language, they have cultural similarities, and moreover they have trade relations, and therefore this FMR was put in place and it was made part of the Act East policy because the Modi government wanted Northeast and particularly Manipur and Mizoram as its gateway to Southeast Asia through Myanmar. But the recent developments, particularly after the coup in Myanmar, when in the past 1 year or so, more than 35,000 people from the other side of the border, particularly from the Chin state of Myanmar, have taken shelter in Mizoram, since the Chin people and the Mizo people share a close bonding. Therefore the state government and the civil society groups there have sheltered them, and of late we have seen since November movement of Myanmar army personnel into India, taking fleeing their camps after fierce gun battle with the pro-democracy resistance forces. And therefore this development was also something which sources say was something that New Delhi was observing. And then in the crisis that Manipur faced and the recent renewed violence, particularly in the border town of More, where the state government has come on record to say that armed people, armed militants from the Myanmar side were involved in violence in Manipur. And therefore first New Delhi wanted that biometric details of people who have crossed over the border should be captured. That process had started, and then Manipur Chief Minister had written to Centre to cancel the FMR, which was vehemently opposed by the Mizoram government. However, now this big decision has come that the FMR would be cancelled, and not only that, Centre is going to fast track the process of erection of barbed wire fence along the Indo-Myanmar border. So these are very significant developments, because if the FMR is cancelled, then people will have to have travel documents like visa to cross over through the Indo-Myanmar border.